Roger, roger. One shot.
I'm ArmoredChocobo, and I make video game videos for the internet. And it seems like we need a little bit of spice in the ring. So, introducing a game that was just released earlier this year, August 2023. Brings back the legend of wrestling of old, and adds some new characters to the mix, and puts them in the ring. Adding more action than those action RPGs can ever handle. It's WrestleQuest! Ooh, yeah! Welcome to WrestleQuest, an RPG that came out earlier this year. Kinda had some problems starting out, but the developers are still working on it, and it went from mixed to mostly positive now. So, yeah, got my attention. Also $15, also got my attention. But it's pretty much what this says on the tin. It's an RPG about wrestling from Megacat Studios. And what was it? Skybound Games, I believe the other one was? You saw the characters destroying the logos. That means they're good companies, right? Not much else to explain about this, but I've been liking it. I've been liking it a lot. I think I have about 6 hours in it right now on my game. Let's see. Ignore that. Only look at this. 5.5 hours. It's a pretty long game. I think it's gonna last most of the winter, really. But let's play some WrestleQuest. Well, there is auto-saving. But yeah, my other failed saves won't be affected, so that's fine. I think he does a better Randy Savage than me, brother. Welcome to the Toy Room, where every action figure, toy, miniature, and plushie dreams of wrestling greatness. So it's a Toy Story thing. From the board game jungles of Jungleology? Oh, come on, that's a Jumanji reference. Also, Jake the Snake is here. To the wintry lands of the Great North. Diamond Dallas Page, I remember that guy. I watched a lot of wrestling when I was a kid. My grandfather would watch it a lot. Everything from the Macho Man era, there he is right there. Hulk Hogan's, the old Undertaker, Yokozuna, Doink the Clown, Shawn Michaels. I started losing interest around the time Triple H and The Rock was getting big. Every toy lives and craves wrestling, practicing their slams and paying homage to the legends that came before them. Jeff Jarrett, that's another one I was familiar with, yes. The many tales of creativity and imagination have sprung from the Toy Room. Many fabled battles have taken place there, both in and out of the ring. One such tale, and its many battles, both the plastic and of the heart, is about to begin. And a quest of this size takes one hero, but two. So it's kind of like a Live Alive situation. One thing I like about this is the animations are pretty darn good for sprite work. Especially since everybody's an action figure, and they really stick with that theme.
The next match is set for one fall. From Columbus, Ohio, he's 6'2", 237 pounds. The Macho Man, Randy Savage.
Ooh, yeah! Macho Man himself! What the hell's going on here? Ooh, yeah! We're here to see the crime rise to the top. So if you want to find me, don't look sideways, don't look behind you. Just look up! No way, Macho Man. Forget the match. And give me that championship belt to its rightful owner. Me. Listen, Lizard, you gotta earn this belt with the madness in the ring. Runs only to the best, yeah. That's why I'll be the champ for a long time. Dig it? 10,000 years as world champion. Ooh, yeah. Are those shades a little bit too dark? Can't you see I have this place rigged to blow? Explosives don't scare me, you stitched up cutbow. You can't win by cheating. You always think you're such a hero, don't you, Macho Man? You can't win when the deck is stacked against you this bad. Where'd he get all that dynamite? What is this? How is this part of his theme? That's the bottom thread because Stone Age said so. Okay. Thanks. Can't win. Stone Age, you're just a grain of sand in the desert of mucho madness. Oh yeah. Dude just jumped like 20 feet in the air. I don't think this is real. Wow, do you guys see that? Forget it, Randy. I'll never get tickets this late. Come on, we can still watch Wrestle outside. Backyard wrestling, we could break some bones. Oh, never mind, we got a mat. Go for it, Randy! Flying elbow drop. Oh, good thing this isn't the plastic mattress. Man. How did those pros do some of those high-flying moves without hurting each other? They are trained stuntmen. You kidding me? It's all fake, dude. What? Watch your mouth. Yeah, Peanut, shut it. You really think it's real? Really? Of course it's real. It's about as real as Todd. Hey, counterfeit toys are still real. Shut up, Todd. And you, Randy? Even if wrestling was real, which it isn't, you'll never be a pro. No kid from our town ever could be. Can't be more wrong. Wrestling is real, and I'm be the greatest champion ever at OC. He's a real Macho Man fanboy. Several years later. Ah, yes. This new outfit feels estupendo. Better get out to the main part of the gym. Mr. Stretch wants me to train the new students. So there's a radar, a mini-map, if you will. Shows you quest objectives, the shops, the healing, so you don't get lost. Also, the quest marker is pretty accurate on where to go. We could go other places. We could go outside. There's a whole world map. Final Fantasy style. Well, maybe not quite Final Fantasy style. Everything is like to scale. Gigantic dumbbells. This is a fairly substantial world map. I think I've only just gotten to the second area recently. Get Stretch Pro Wrestling Gym. I love the humor this game has in points. There you are, Randy. Get in the ring and show these greenhorns the ropes. You got it, Mr. Stretch. Time to tutorialize you. Oh, yeah. Alright, rookies, you want to learn how to wrestle? First things first, put the foam hands away. Want to discover how to win the crowd's loyalty and hear the cheers shake the very foundation of the universe? Want to become a coiled spring of excitement? The most exciting thing the world of wrestling has ever seen? Man, this is downright poetic. Then you're in the right place, muchachos. Take some notes and soak it in. So here's the bread and butter of the game, the wrestling game, the wrestling fight, fight wrestling. Strike, taunt, use an item or gimmick. Practice our strikes. It's got a little bit of Mario RPG going on, in which there's QTEs for pretty much every move. Try it now. If you don't hit it, you don't hit them. Oh, see ya. Nice job. Hitting with foam fingers here, really? Most attacks have a chance to send your opponent to the ropes. Try it, amigo. Hit them hard enough, they get bounced off the ropes, and you can do a double attack. For a little bit less damage, but, you know, it's an extra attack. Check out your height meter down at the bottom. This is a measure of how pumped up the crowd is in your favor. You can raise the height meter by mixing up your attacks or needling the button prompts. So a big part of the flow of combat is controlling that height meter. But you could get ridiculous with the height meter fairly early in the game. Also, some abilities need hype to even activate. You can use Taunt. Increases height by 2 plus your influence, which is controlled by a charisma stat. But you'll take extra damage that round. Try Taunt now. Every character has their own taunt. It kind of moves them into the front row, too. You can see that they move forward a little bit. The height meter dips in your enemy's favor, they'll get extra power instead. Like, we have, like, less attack power right now. Let's try out a gimmick. These are special abilities and wrestling moves. Give them the south to the border stunner. Totally not ripped off of another move. A lot of those lead up to extra attacks too. Such power, such strength, such machismo. It hurts to talk like this, oh yeah. What happens if you fail the prompt after knocking an enemy into the ropes? An enemy will use that momentum against you. So you better nail it. The only way to beat an opponent is make them lose all their HP like other RPGs. Dios mio, no. In fact, most other wrestlers you face will have to be pinned. Observe. It kind of fits if my Randy Savage is kind of terrible because he is a Randy Savage impersonator. So when you bring them down to low HP, they have fatigue. Also, you could do that as some of debuffs. Then you can knock them down. Not quite like Pokemon. Once they're at 0 HP, that's when it starts. You can now pin them in the gimmick menu. You gotta put them down for the count. Make sure it's in the green zone. So it's kind of knuckle sandwich. Not all that hard, really. It's just an extra wrinkle in the enemy combat that the wrestlers don't go down unless you pin them out. If you fail it, they recover some HP. Also, if you let them sit for too long, they'll recover HP too. Also, they could pin you. Don't let it happen. Not all enemies will need to be pinned. Only wrestlers and other tough guys. Well, I got some levels off of that. So there's speed, there's sturdiness, there's power, charisma, talent, and influence. That's your stats. Sturdiness is self-explanatory. Is your HP. Power is your attack power. Speed, of course. Charisma is your influence generator and hype generator. Strike can slam your opponent. Make sure to hit those button prompts for extra damage. Beat them up enough, they'll be softened up for a pin. Remember to keep things exciting and interesting to keep the crowd engaged, so that you retain control of the height meter. Thanks, Randy. Why don't you lend a hand with the other greenhorns around? When you're done, come see me in the AV room for some lessons with the other advanced students. Thank goodness an RPG like this has a run button, because walking is a little slow. Every RPG should have a run button. Who knew a gutbuster would be so gut-busting? Oh. Lowplex. Every wrestler's got their own name, like Maximum M Anarchy. Maxim M. I'm afraid not, amigo. He's suffering from a status effect. Many abilities had lingering effects that can help or harm you. I speak in video game terms. Oh yeah. Fame means you're influenced by crowd's behavior. The drained hype drain will cause you to generate less hype. Muy desaficionado. Conditioned toys are super valuable. Half damage. Twice as much hype when you're vibing. Burning units lose HP. There's many more. Stock up on healing items and wear gear to protect you. What's with the ladder? Are they repairing something? The only thing they're fixing is the lack of spice in this matchup. Many battles include some kind of extra scheme or rules. These themes amp up the challenge and the crowd. For a special match, obtaining victory is a matter by playing by the rules for that match. Yeah, that tends to apply mostly to boss battles I've seen so far. Sometimes you just gotta follow a script. Even if the script says to lose, you don't really lose, as long as you're following the script, of course. Oh, what torso should I choose? Is it really all about the fringe? Fringe is important, but you should also consider that the materials the torso is made out of. Each material reacts differently to many types of elemental damage out there. If you know what element your enemy is going to use, you can prepare for it! That really is starting to hurt my throat. Give me a second. How the hell does he do that every night? Holy cow. I'm pretty sure that was not Randy Savage's, like, I don't even know his original name. His, like, person name. That couldn't have been his voice for, like, real life. That has to be a stage voice. Punch. Punch. Alright, who here knows the secret to pumping up the crowd? Anybody? I do. It's baby oil. Come on, Leonard. How many times do I have to tell you that baby oil is not the answer to everything? You know what? Get out of here. Go do some burpees till you puke. I don't even know what a burpee is, sir. You can pump up the crowd by showing some spice in the ring. Very good, Randy. But what about before you get in the ring? I'll tell you. Gotta get on the mic and cut a promo so hot it'll ignite the crowd and burn your opponent to ash. How about you do this? Part of it is knowing your enemy. Part of it is being fast on your feet. Time to try it. Randy, get on up here. Let's see how you do with a rapid fire session. Let's see. Randy he has a stupid name. Oh, that's terrible. Randy is better than a size disappointment or whatever you call yourself. This. Randy is so weak that I could see he doesn't even stand a chance of winning. Can you smell what I'm doing? That's a lame one. This might be true for snakes and ladders, but we're going to wrestle, so you're going down. I'm gonna crack Candy Santos over here like a sugar cookie. And I'm gonna dump this kitty cat here in the litter box. I tried the diabetes one because it was kind of thematic, but yeah, it didn't work out. You see, class, you generate hype before a big match by flexing on the mic. Wanna see more? I have an old match here on the TV between the Luchador and Dash Talon, back when the Luchador was still part of PA. Prior to this bout, Dash has been antagonizing the Benthic Terror with a fishing rod during his matches against other opponents, trying to hook him during a high-flying move. Alright, you slam junkies, get back to work. Except for you, Randy, I have a job for you. What is it, Mr. Stretch? There's this guy from Boxwood Extreme Wrestling, the local wrestling league, over at the Macho Man statue. You know it? Oh, of course I do. Great. This BEW wrestler needs help with his gimmick. You'll know when you see him, he's kind of between styles. Our first quest. So this game has an irritatingly long leader after getting like a pop-up that you can't move. It's kind of one of the downsides. But you can use the right trigger to pull up a UI panel to tell you what you should be doing in case you forget. Yeah, this is the leader I'm talking about. I wasn't able to move it till right now. So I gotta go to the Macho Man statue. How you doing there, Seismic Disappointment? He had nothing to say. It's time to get out onto the road. Well, there's Diamond Dallas Page right there, I believe. Not too familiar with that guy, but I was watching wrestling around the time he was there. I recognized the name. He wasn't entirely a big name, not compared to some of the others I remember. And of course, the cream of the crop. Known for his consummate physical ability, his savage wrestling style, and his deep gravity voice, Macho Man Randy Savage is quite possibly the most iconic legend of wrestling. Celebrating 29 title reigns across his 32 career, Macho Man is not just a celebrated champion, but a long-standing crowd favorite as well. Whether cutting exciting promos or snapping into a Slim Jim and theatrical flying elbow drops, Randy Savage won fans and accolades everywhere he went. Even today, Savage is revered by fans and wrestlers alike, with his story inspiring generation after generation. There's no secret. Only someone like the Macho Man can make an entire wrestling world stand up and say, "Oh, yeah!" Good sign. Truly something, isn't it? Yeah, I was always more of a fan of guys who are face paint. Though that one time Jake the Snake trapped Macho Man in the ropes and attacked him with that Cobra would go over big in BEW. BEW! Hey, you're the guy I'm supposed to meet. I'm from the training gym, I'm here to help. Great. As you can see, I can't decide which way to go. Should I be vibrant and electrifying, or dark and brooding? I think dark and brooding fits BEW better, but I just love using bright colors. Gotta pick something that'll fit the vibe of the other guys, or the writers won't know how to use me. Writers? Forget it. Look, can you just go to the face paint shop for me? They have some samples I want to try out. Sure, face paints. So the writers will like you. Poor thing, babbling about writers. He must be delusional. Writers and scripts? That's silly. That's crazy talk. That's silly crazy talk. I came all the way down here from Ochamamachi to check out the shrine. Oh yeah! Oh no, animes. Animes! Must have sneaked in from the sister's toolbox. Toy box. Toolbox? My daughter asked me to bring her here. I told her not to, but told me to not stand by her. Guess I'm not cool enough. Spreadsheet Gundam. Business Gundam. I like this guy. Maybe I could check out the face paint shop when we are done. Macho Man. I'm pretty sure that's all the costumes Macho Man was wearing. I remember this one, and I remember the tassels. I just don't remember this one over here too much. Even in Bulgaria, we honor the Macho King's exceptional slamming chivalry. Sir Ren the Fair, I like his name. Dude, check out that fringe. Macho Man sure know how to dress. Like the best parts of the 80s all rolled up into one. Randy Savage is truly one of the best. I hope I could be like him one day. You look like an Egyptian C-3PO. Egyptian C-3PO has entered the ring. His arm comes off very easily. Okay, let's get that face paint. At face-to-face. Hola, amigos! Strange. There's nobody here. Maybe they're in the back. Face paint? On your feet? What kind of madman would do such a thing? You know, somebody's trying a new gimmick. They got lots of king face here. I bet face paint would be a pretty big business. Maybe not so much in modern day wrestling. I haven't really seen anybody with face paint. Take it all. Gather all the war paint for our overlords. They're looting the shop. Here's one. Take him alive and we'll mail him down. Use this plastic as war paint. I'm not sure that's how it works, amigo. Our first actual battle. This guy's also a wrestler, so we have to treat him like wrestling. We're not getting so much hype right now, but believe me, when the game really gets rolling, I'll be filling that bar with hype pretty often. It's just the only way to get hype right now is to use a special ability. Get stunned! He's low on HP. The enemy could generate hype too by buffing themselves up and stuff. But now he's down for the count. What's that extra attack power gonna do on that? Also, I love the crowd in front of the wrestling. I see a couple Ninja Turtles. I see like Roblox fellas, Mr. Potato Heads. Keep an eye on the crowd. See if you can find your favorite toys in there. Should find the shop owner before the wrestling sammers try to melt him down too. But first, I'll go this way. Yoink! Action figure Speedos. I think we can equip now. Yeah, we can. Waist armor. Just extra defense. Table spot token. You know what? It introduces you to that thing, but I haven't really seen it used a whole lot yet in like 5 hours. This is like the first time you get to use it, and then you don't use it for a while. There's only one way to get through one of these. Moving to the side? No, that's not the wrestling way. Unlock the table with table spot tokens. Approach the table and throw a wrestler through it. Table locks and table spot tokens come in several varieties: single, double, and flaming. This is obviously a single. Yeah! It even spawns you a wrestler to throw into it. So you don't gotta throw one of yours. Also, there's a treasure meter to tell you how many treasure is in an area. Elbow pads, more armor. And there's achievements. You've seen them popping up. These are achievements I discovered before, I think. Yeah, fill every slot on one character. Sharp-dressed man. What does that say? All treasure, no pleasure? Is that like find all the treasures? Yep, open every treasure chest. Typical achievement fare. More war paint. Our masters demand it. Somebody help, we're being robbed. I'm coming to save you, muchacho. There's not much of a way to generate more AP for yourself, except for maybe using items that we don't have. So, for the most part, I'm just going to be using strikes. Because we only got like 6 stunners in us before we're out. Also, we're going to be constantly at low damage because we have no way to generate hype yet. Except for like pinning people. specials. This is just to give you the basics of combat. Soon you'll be a wrestling master in no time. Oh yeah. I noticed that enemies like to drop copious amounts of healing items, though. Buddy, that was amazing. Are you a superhero? Heh, superheroes are fake. I'm a pro wrestler. Yeah, whatever you are. Those are some macho moves, muchacho. Yes. Macho moves, muchacho. I like the sound of that. Those blasted Wrestle Raiders came out here to get supplies for the rituals. This worship the Road Warriors, Hawk and Animal. Hey, I remember those guys. I wonder if they were hard to grab with their pointy suits. I wish they could emulate someone more heroic. Someone more heroic. Anyways, what can I do for you, bud? It's on the house. Amigo, I'm here for a special order. Some samples for an hombre going through an identity crisis. Ah, I know the one. Can't decide between goth and surfer. Here they are. Thanks, muchacho. Let's get them back to that guy. Between the two, I think he should be a surfer. If everybody's dark and brooding, wouldn't you want to, like, stand out? Let the writers worry about it. Whatever the writers are. There's no writers in wrestling. Carry the best face makeup in here, but it doesn't look like your gimmick needs any. That's right, nothing covering up this bod except for a serape. And some awesome tights. That's the proper term for it. Around my neck is a serape. You hear me? Here, I hope these help you in your quest to BEW. Thanks. Say, what do you think I should choose? You got to go with the surfer style. You'll stand out more and it suits a true hero. Thanks. I'll consider that. If you need me, I'll be over here practicing some catchphrases. Quest accomplished. It's prime time, folks. No, that's not good. The only thing that's certain about me is I'm always certain? No. Needs some work. He needs to be like, it's like hang 10, dudes. Yeah. Need a completely different change of accent. Get a different stage voice, you know? Hey, Randy. How'd that job go? I appreciate you doing it. It would strengthen our gym's relationship with BEW. It was unexpectedly enlightening, sir. Yeah, box with extreme wrestling is a trip. They sure do push for an intense vibe, with all the barbed wire and edgy characters and all. But it's what you gotta do if you want to compete with top dogs like Pa, flesh and action wrestler, figure wrestling. I meant enlightening about myself, sir. Great! It's always good to learn more about ourselves. Strive to become better. Also, he's called Johnny Stretch, and he's doing the Stretch Armstrong thing. There he goes. That's enough for today. You closing up again tonight? You bet, sir. Thanks, Randy. It's dedication like that that'll take you far. Please help Mr. Stretch's new students, and please help the poor BEW wrestler regain his senses. Amen. Actually, if you're praying to the Macho Man, wouldn't you end your prayer with, "Oh yeah"? What a great day, Macho Man. I felt like I learned so much. I'm convinced, now more than ever, must always live out our wrestling spirit. That the world needs heroes. Good night, Macho Man Randy Savage. Heh. Macho muchacho. You're here already? The sun hasn't even put the moon down for the 3 count yet. Always good to get an early start, sir. Is that a sleeping bag coming out of your locker? Doesn't matter. Listen, I got a surprise for everyone. Head on over to the ring when you're ready. Oh, that's good enough for an introductory video right now. Gives you some of the basic gameplay. We did a quest. Next time on WrestleQuest, we got a little bit more tutorial to go through. And then we can get our butts on the road. But I gotta risk my voice because this voice hurts me something bad, especially when I raise it. Good night, folks.